growing up, did anyone else ever see these in like bookstores or like at Walmart or any of those like stores, or maybe like a family member had them and you were like, why would anybody buy these? Why do we need these? Why do they even exist? Well, that was me. I never understood the whole thing of like the Sports Illustrated bikini or swimsuit issue or whatever. I thought, that's so dumb. Why would anybody buy that? That's such a waste of money. Ignore the fact that I have this. That's an unrelated topic. Then whenever I got into anime, I found these, which is like art books, which is a whole other thing, which these are really cool. These are professional. Like, these are respectable parts of, you know, you're a respected individual if you have these, because these have good quality, you know, entertainment like this. This is beneficial to the world right there. But as I looked into more and more of these art books and everything that you could get, I bought the new game one here, and all of these were really cool. I really liked these and everything, but I thought, I wonder what other kind of books they have. And then I went down another rabbit hole. So let's talk about photo books. So photo books are pretty much where a Seiyu, a Japanese voice actress, sometimes male, mostly women, will put out a photo book to where they just have a bunch of professional photos taken of them. They put them in a book, and then people buy them. Now, like, while the American ones are mostly just magazines, like this is Vogue, and, you know, inside Vogue, you're gonna have a bunch of other things in here, like, you know, Timothy Chalamet is in here, and, you know, I guess you can read the articles and everything. There's an Olay ad. 99% of people buy it because their favorite celebrity or a celebrity they think is attractive is on the cover or has an article in here and they want to read that specific one. That's it. Nothing else. All of these other pages in here, this I don't care about. This is not why I bought this book. So in Japan, they've kind of figured that out. Like, somehow they have figured that out, but America, no. We have to have an Olay ad in the middle of our book. But over there, they figured this out. They realized we could just sell a whole book about one person and it would sell tons. And so that's what these are. So I have a few of these and I thought, you know what, let's talk about them. So the biggest one here that I have is from Sayuri Date here. Now, if you don't know who that is, she's the voice of Kanan from Love Live, and I'm a big Love Live fan. She is my favorite girl from Love Live. I actually met Sayuri Date from in Anime NYC last year, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pick up one of these because I think that it looks pretty cool. And this thing is beefy. Like, there's 223 pages in this thing. Now, before you think I'm a total pervert, it is not lewd. Nothing about this is lewd or anything. It is mostly all just completely clothed, not even skimpy in any way. I think Sayuri is actually like 99% that way. I don't even know if there's any like bikini stuff in here, which I am completely fine with. I think it's very cute and it makes complete sense. You know, I mean, it satisfies my need of having something cute to say, yeah, that is a voice actress that I have met. Now, that's not to say that all of them are that way. Obviously, there are some that are more, not necessarily lewd, but definitely more, you know, suggestive. Like I don't think I'm gonna hang that on the family fridge. Maybe you will, I don't know, maybe. But these are a bit harder to come by in America compared to over there. I would assume they're pretty easy to come by over there. I don't know how hard these are to come by at all. I know sometimes some of them will have little meet and greets whenever they do a new photo book. If you buy a photo book, you can go to an event and they will meet you. Not all of them do that. I've just heard of a few of them doing that. It's also a thing with JAV stars. I'm not gonna explain to you what that is. But if you are above the age of 18, go look up what JAV means. Viewer discretion is advised. They also have photo books. Those are more suggestive, and they do have meet and greets. I would assume it's not, it's M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T, I would assume. Hopefully. But the few that I've collected are pretty, they are safe for work. I don't really care to have a non-safe for work one because these are all people that I know about. I have watched their content. I have bought their CDs. And so I just thought, you know, it'd be neat to have some of their other work. And they'll do multiple issues of these. Like you see on this one, it says first, so that means it's their first one. They will probably do multiples. Sayuri Date has done multiples. She's done calendars. She's done multiple things, and they sell pretty well. There are some newer ones to where, you know, I'm not saying that's what a lot of people buy them for, but there was a Love Live actress that she put out a newer one, and it is not inappropriate, but it is definitely more suggestive than some of the other Love Live girls, and that book sold out extremely quickly. So yeah, while people may buy them for those reasons, I think they are kind of like a novelty thing. You know, yeah, I mean, you could buy it because you really want a picture of a Japanese woman with an orange on her head. And a few of the times that I have brought these up to other people, they do say, well, yeah, that makes complete sense because in Japan, it's, you know, work culture is definitely not as progressive as it is over here. So it makes sense that big producers and big corporate people would like to take advantage of these women. And if that's your opinion, then I would say, well, then why do they still make these? Because America is completely progressive, or 99% progressive, and we still get these all the time. Back in the day, I can definitely say that's probably what some of them were, but I think nowadays it's definitely something that the actresses themselves can have a say in. Do they want to do one? Do they not want to do one? Do they want to be more suggestive in it? Do they want to do that and they know it'll sell well? Or do they want to do a more wholesome one, like Sayuri here, who did pretty much, you know, completely wholesome, wearing pretty dresses, and it still sold really well. Like, look, it's a picture of her with the little snack fish. Who wouldn't want that? So yeah, while this may be one of the more questionable things in my collection, and definitely not the most normal thing in my collection, I think these are pretty cool. And I think if you ignore the fact that, yes, people do buy them for very suggestive reasons, and there are very suggestive photo books out there, I do think if you ignore that, there is some reason to buy them just because you think, oh, it'd be really cool to have a big, like, collection of a voice actress that I enjoy. To me, this is the easiest way for me to have a kind of, you know, permanent fixture of this person's contribution to anime in my collection. With English voice actors, I can just go and meet them. They're all over the United States all the time. I can go meet them anytime I want. They don't show up in America that often. So this is a way for me to be like, yeah, this is someone I've met. You know, thankfully, I haven't met any of these other ones, but I have met them. They were great. Here's a little way to remember them by. Then when you have friends and family over, you can be like, hey, see this really cute anime girl figure that I have? Isn't she adorable? Well, anyway, here's the voice actress's feet.